Hey, what's up guys, it's Matt, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about the new range dungeon that came out yesterday. I'm not really going to go over much the creatures in the dungeon, but probably mostly the bosses, because that's what I did. I spent a whole bunch of money buying the keys and camped the bosses for the entire day. As you can see, I'm buying 10 of each key here, but I probably went through at least 100 of each key. The one thing I am going to show you guys right here is a clip of me killing the Scutarius, and what you pretty much have to do is stun and run behind it, but here I show you a method where all you have to do is attack it with an ability and quickly run to the other side and it will hit for full damage. So my logic in killing the Scutariuses was thinking that because they're higher level they might have a higher chance of dropping the key. I don't know if that's necessarily true since I didn't spend too long actually camping the monsters, but maybe if any of you guys that do watch my videos are camping the monsters, let me know if you notice a difference in drop rate of the keys from across the different monsters. So the first boss I went to was Primus, and I think I went to him just because he was set out of the way from the other ones, and I figured if I got the signet then I could go in the area of the rest of them. The first thing I noticed was that he uses an area of effect attack, which is actually the same for all the boss monsters in this dungeon. And that is their main attack, but they all do have twerks, and as I've seen some JMod posts on forums saying that they would all have unique attacks, that is true. But for Primus, I'm not really sure what it is. I think he just does more damage as time goes on with lightning. Something I noticed about all the bosses is when they hit 3/4, 2/4, and 1/4 hit points, they shout something over their head, and you cannot hit over that cap until you actually hit it. So if one of the boss monsters is 600 life points from 3/4 life points, you will only hit a 600. You cannot hit over it until you actually hit it. So if you want to save things like bombardment and that kind of thing for, after it says that thing over its head. So as you can see here, I did die on the third kill. You really have to stay moving, and for some reason I used rapid fire and didn't manage to get off it in time. Boom, dead. So from now on in the video, it's not going to be chronological anymore. I went to Secondus actually, I think, last of all the six bosses, and as you can see here, he doesn't really seem to do anything special. I'm not really sure what his ability is. I have no idea. I can't tell by the things he's saying over his head, and I don't know, it doesn't seem like he hits harder, or maybe his lightning's more random or something, I don't know. So he's pretty easy to kill, pretty straightforward. There aren't any factors that really influence his kills, and if you want a really easy boss to kill, Secondus is probably the way to go. He doesn't seem to hit as high as Primus does. And on the second kill I did get the signet, and you will see that here in a second. And on to the next boss. The next boss I'm going to go over is Tertius. I actually had a lot of fun with him. When he gets down to 1/4 life points, he summons 3 Rorari to aid him, which are the lowest level creatures found in the dungeon. You can pretty much ignore these, but when he gets down to half, he summons a Gladius. And if you guys have fought Gladiuses before, you know that they stun you. So what I found to do immediately is once he summons the Gladius, I use Bombardment and then Anticipation, so when it runs up it doesn't stun me on top of a lightning attack. And then I kill the Gladius and I get back on the boss, and when it gets down to 1/4 life points, it summons a Capsarius to heal him, and you pretty much have to kill the healer, because if you don't, it's like fighting a Scutarius head on without stunning it or running behind it. And once the healer is dead, you can finish off the boss and the Rorari as well if you wish. I would, if you have multiple keys on you, and if not, you can just leave. So yeah, I really like this boss. There's a lot of strategy involved, and you can get dropped really, really fast if you're not paying attention. The next boss I'm going to show you is Quartus. He's very straightforward and pretty easy. The concept really isn't that difficult. When he gets you to 3/4 life points and 1/2 life points and 1/4 life points, he will say something and then he'll drag you really close to him. It's not a stun, so you can just run away, and he has a tendency to drop lightnings right on your head when he pulls you. So pretty much just whenever he drags you, you just have to run away, get out of the area. Pretty straightforward boss. The special mechanic isn't really that difficult, and here I got the signet. And I think it was around 30-ish kills before I got the signet. So, yeah. So the next boss I'm going to show you is Quintus, and Quintus seems to be difficult for a lot of people. His mechanic's really simple. When he gets down to 3/4 life points, he will summon one purple line of ascension, and he'll put it across the room east to west where you're standing. When he gets down to 1/2, it's north to south, and when he gets down to 1/4, it's east to west again. As long as you are standing right next to the line, you can run straight across it without being damaged. As long as the square in the middle is not one you would end up with a, kind of hard to explain, but an even number of spaces. You'll watch me right here. I stand right next to the line and I run across it and I don't take damage. If you do stand on the line, you will take heavy damage, 2Ks plus, and they can kill you really, really fast, just like the lightning can. So that's pretty much it for Quintus. He's straightforward, and good luck. So the last boss I'm going to show you guys is the last boss in the dungeon. His name is Sextus, and the special effect that he has, the difference in between the other ones, is his lightning that he throws actually hits 4 times wherever it hits. So it'll come down 4 times instead of the 1 time that it comes down for the other bosses. Other than that, there's no strange gimmicks or anything like that. You just gotta watch out you don't trap yourself and force yourself to have to run over the lightning, because hitting 4 times is extremely devastating and you do not want to get caught on them. So some people have been asking me how fast I kill the bosses, and pretty much they're all the same, and even Quintus, who puts the lines down on the room that you have to watch out for, as long as you click in the right places, you can kill all the bosses at about the same speed. Probably Tertius takes the longest because you have to kill the Gladius as well as the Capsarius, and also Sextus might take a little longer because you can't get close to him as often. I hope you guys don't miss this, because this commentary is going to be kind of at the end of the video, so I hope you guys actually watch until this. But the closer you are to the boss, the more damage you do. So if you're right next to the boss, you're going to be doing full damage. So you'll notice that in these kills I kind of hug the boss a lot, and you should be hugging the boss for all of them to make sure that you're doing full damage as much as possible. So yeah, this is just Primus, but I was doing like 30 to 40 second kills last night. They're pretty quick, and the other bosses should be about the same speed, with the exception of Tertius, who really takes longer. And I started to say Sextus, and that's because you can't stay close to him for as long, because he puts his lightning down for 4 hits instead of 1. So that kind of limits the amount of time you can stay close to him, because when you're close to him, he'll put down lightnings that will stay for a lot longer than, for example, I'm killing Primus right now, and I can stay close to him almost all the time because he'll put down a lightning, and then I can just, run away and then run close again. So I've made 2 crossbows so far, and here are the clips of me actually making them. The first dragon crossbow actually cost me 50 mil. I bought it instant in the GE, and the second one cost me 30 mil, not instant. It took a while. So here's me making the first crossbow. I probably should have waited a little while on the first dragon limbs, but yeah. Okay, here's me making the second crossbow, and I show the stats after this clip. Give it a sec. So it has 2.4K accuracy, and the reason it has 3.6K in the screen is because I'm assuming my range level has something to do with that. Bumps it up an extra 1K, and the bolts are actually pretty insane. So sorry I don't have an actual picture of me having the equipment screen open with the bolts equipped. They're extremely good. They're 90 something higher than Royal. I don't have the exact figure. You have a video here of me testing them on Primus. I've just used my spare leftover keys to test it out. It seems really good. It's very accurate. It barely ever misses. I also took it to Nex after this, but that is a video for another day. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my overview of the dungeon, and this bow is really nice. It's just really time consuming and difficult to get. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.